Mississippi, a couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground are going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on another team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Arkansas's offense will get the first swing of the game. Battle for the Golden Boot always seems to get a little bit testy, and this thing was tight. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, one-possession game, but the Bayou Bengals turned it up against the Pigs.
Yeah, and the LSU did a really good job finishing the game strong. They scored the last 17 points to run away from this one, but the Golden Boot, we've seen crazy games. We've seen like 70,000 overtimes. We've seen a lot in this rivalry, Jesse.
Yeah, this is one game where Sam Pittman and Arkansas, they seem to get up and they get physical. That's something they pride themselves in every year, especially when they play against LSU. This is just one of those games, David, you always expect to go right down to the wire.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QP position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He'll do it himself. And the ball's loose in the backfield. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass, it's Green. Hit as he throws. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free and fourth down is coming up.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So LSU's offense will take the field for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just about as basic as you can get and effective if you execute.
Well executed. QB, nice job putting the football out in front of his receiver where he can advance it.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass. Makes the grab. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Green. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
They were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Blake. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They booted away on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his tight end, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC, and man, some of the names that have had moments: Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, all of it over a Golden Boot.
And been playing since 1901. You think about all the great rivalries in college football, especially in the South. This is one of the best ones here. Not always have been in the same conference, but they've played a lot of times, David, and it gets hot every time they meet up.
Yeah, and the boot is the shape of Arkansas with the shape of Louisiana, so obviously close proximity, bragging rights on the line.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That's caught. It's Anderson. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we have once the Razorbacks join the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big Golden Boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200 pounds. It's 24-karat gold. Palmer, this is the trophy you want to win. There's some bad trophies out there, but this boot is a big deal.
It fills your trophy case. It's got girth. It's got weight. You appreciate that. I know everyone's going to say, no, Italy's the boot. No, it's not. Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Golden Boot trophy. That's what it's all about.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
With the catch, it's Russell. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Running to Green. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Looking for a crease. It's Russell.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. He's not going to get there. Had to get it to the 35-yard line to pick up the 1st down. Now they have a decision to make on 4th. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Pulls it in. It's Anderson.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Sweet cut there. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. And in an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is a nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On target over the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Quick release by the QB. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Back to throw. It's Green. Got his man. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Russell. Hard running there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Red pass, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Caught close to the marker. It's Russell. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Sometimes a play like that, incorporating the back in the passing game, almost seems like cheating. It's so easy.
Yep, because you can run it against man or you can run it against zone. If you're patient, obviously, with zone coverage, he can come open. But man-to-man, I like my chances of a running back versus a linebacker. So nice job by the quarterback, nice job by the running back.
The Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. When Brian Kelly arrived here in 2022, LSU had suffered a very quick fall from the grace of that national championship season, but he is a proven program builder.
And then this program dipping into the transfer portal, you saw so many pieces there in place a year ago, and they could score some points, but, making this a complete team bomb, I think Nussmeier and the offense has a chance to really thrive. Can the defense stay with him? Because that will determine how great this season can be.
Especially in the secondary. That's a place where LSU has struggled for a lot of years here recently. And this used to be considered DBU. So Nussmeier, you expect to put up points. If he plays at a high level week in, week out, no question LSU is going to be tough to beat.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off play action on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Green. Got a man, it's Russell. Bust through behind his pad. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. They'll run the screen. Makes a man miss. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling.
He wants to take the top off. Catch inside the 30 and still right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Unloads quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, it's good. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And his offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, 3rd down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This will be huge right before the half.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Snags it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Trying to power it in. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too, getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing, if I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that.
He's going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make the play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
From the gun, the ground game. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Back to throw, it's Green. Catch in the middle, it's Blake. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to run it. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
And because of the success this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Punt is in the air. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wants to throw it. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for room, it's Russell. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Green. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
Right on the money. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Off the play fake on first down. Going over the top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Swings it out to the flat. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Durham. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, and time is running short. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Razorbacks. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that golden boot.
The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Like, can you help us out and put some points on the board?
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Finds his man. It's Sharp. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. There he goes to the right. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And the fumble recovery gives the ball to the offense with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Anderson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll leave it with him. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And we're locked up here in the 3rd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Green. In Baton Rouge, a huge 3rd down coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Takes the handoff. It's Dura. Got the first down and more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the 2nd level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Reads it, fires complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air, it's Green. Shoots it to the left. That's reeled in, it's Jones. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it on the run. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Off play action. The short hands, it's Anderson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. Wide open downfield. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Durham. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right upright and through? That brings them to within one.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Second down coming up. Quick completion to the right. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give on the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Got a man. It's Blake. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
To the air. It's Green. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll use the running game on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. He's going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate They'll try to pound their way in. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into fourth down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
That is no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter, go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hold and fired complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Back to pass, it's Green. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now at 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense... There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Got it in the middle, it's Sharp. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen passes, it just never developed.
In those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Shotgun snap on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Looking to throw, it's Green. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Throws to the tight end, and that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. third down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. And some room to work. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
To throw, it's Green. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Looking for the goal line. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now, setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with the win.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. A minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is where the pressure can start to build a little bit, trying to hold on to a 2-point lead, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. After giving up a score in that last possession, you just feel the sense of urgency now. It's really, really high, David. This offense, they've got to answer.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's okay because I still got the lead. Now I just go out and execute, give it to my leaders, let them do their thing.
The play-action fake. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. There is joy all across the bayou as LSU takes down Arkansas in the battle for the Golden Boot. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.